Hi everyone! Once upon a time I was a theatre kid. I would be part of a cast that would rehearse a show for about 9 months or so, and then after those 9 months we would put it onto the stage and it would be perfect. Or at least that was the theory anyway. You see, it doesn't matter how hard or how long you practice a show for, or even how professional your cast is, things always go wrong. And sometimes these stage mishaps are a little bit scary or a little bit painful, and sometimes they're really funny, and years later you're still thinking about them and thinking about the great memories you had on the stage. So today I would like to share with you a little stage mishap that happened to me when I was a theatre kid, and I hope you enjoy. This video is in collaboration with a couple of other YouTubers. They are called Hannah and Kaitlyn. They're two theatre majors, and like me, they have tons of stories of things going wrong on the stage. So this week on their channel, they're also going to be sharing a story of something that's went wrong. So I'm going to leave a link to that video in the description. So once you've finished watching this video, you can go and hear another story. So do check them out, give them some love. And I can't wait to see what the story is. I haven't heard it yet, but I absolutely love stage mishap stories, so I'll be checking that out too. My first ever big show and my first ever stage mishap happened when I was 11 years old, and I was in the cast of Joseph and His Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, which is quite a long title for a show, so mostly we just call it Joseph. I was picked to be the narrator in that show, which, if you're not familiar with the show, is actually the female lead. And I was very surprised to be picked for that. Firstly, because I didn't think I was good enough. And secondly, because I didn't remember auditioning for that part. But I suppose it was meant to be. The narrator is on stage for almost the whole show. I basically had to learn the whole show because there was only a couple of numbers where the narrator wasn't involved. And so, since it was quite a hands-on part in the show, it was decided that the best thing to do would be to put the narrator downstage right, with a chair and some water, where I could kind of sit and chill when I wasn't singing or dancing. There's a song in Joseph called Close Every Door, and if you're not familiar with the show, this basically comes about halfway through, and Joseph is basically singing about how lonely he is, how he's rejected by the world. It's a very sad, slow number, and whenever it's staged, it's usually in total darkness with just one spotlight on Joseph. There isn't really anything for the narrator to do during Close Every Door, so I was in my little narrator hangout at the side of the stage, but the director thought it would be cute if I went over to Joseph with a candle to show him that there's still light in the world. I had a candle and a box of matches by my chair for the whole of the first act, just for this moment. Lighting a candle and giving it to Joseph doesn't really seem like a big deal, but to my 11-year-old self, it was a crucial moment of the show. I was going to show Joseph that there was still hope, and also, the narrator was only really in the middle of the stage for all the big dance numbers when everybody was on the stage, so this was going to be a moment when all eyes were on me. One night at the beginning of the show, when I was walking to my chair, I heard a terrifying crunch beneath one of my feet. When I looked down, I realised I had stood on the box of matches, and although the matches themselves were okay, the little strip on the side of the box that you used to light the matches was totally ruined. If Rational Kate had been around this night, she probably would have realised that there was no way I was going to be able to light a candle to give it to Joseph. Unfortunately, we were dealing with 11-year-old superstar Kate, who knew that this moment was crucial to understanding the show, and that it had to go ahead no matter what. So, as this number was going on, as Joseph was sadly singing about how he was all alone in the universe, I was downstage right, frantically trying to light a fire, and the audience had no clue why. Eventually, the director, who was also conducting the orchestra, quickly went, "Kate! Kate!" And I had to stop. But somehow the show still managed to make sense. It didn't make any sense to me, but apparently people managed to figure out the story of Joseph without this tiny little tea light. So I hope you enjoyed that little embarrassing story. If you do enjoy hearing stories of stage mishaps, do let me know down below, because I have so many stories from when I was a theatre kid that I could be sharing. And if you want to hear another story right now, head on over to Hannah and Kaitlyn's channel, where they're also making a video of something that's happened to them. So go check them out, give them some love, and if you have your own stories to share, put them down below so that I can enjoy them, because I love stage mishap stories. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. Cheerio. Also, for anybody who's wondering, that production of Joseph was the first and last time I got the lead role. I was most commonly found in the back row of the big chorus numbers. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed, and cheerio.